What's going on, guys? We're live on YouTube. How is everyone today? I was going to flip it up on a different screen. As usual, we get into it. Oh. Okay, we're live, guys. So, guys, I'm just trying to pull it up. We have it up now on the other monitor. So, I was away last week. That's why I didn't go live. So, just a little update for you. I'm only back yesterday and I'm back in work today. So, I was going to be really cautious on what happened and how we traded. Because usually after holidays, we can start off bad. It's just bad habits. But we didn't. Today was good. I had a swing on Apple, which I'm still swinging. I actually swung that over the whole duration while I was away. I never normally do something like that, but I like the pattern Apple was making. And I don't normally trade big tickers like that, but I took that on my Tradenet account. But then today we're green. The ticker is, I'm going to be pulling it up for you now. Two beautiful trades, two kind of precision patterns that we trade off. And the results, simple. We're going to break it down for you in the video. As well, guys, before we get into it, if you like to follow me on Instagram, there is a link in the description below. Go check it out. As well, I am going to be starting a Tradenet Live Demo Challenge. I know a lot of people, I recommend people signing up for the Tradenet Demo Challenge. I've never done it myself, even though I have a Tradenet account. I've never actually done the challenge. Now, it is quite difficult challenge that they have in place, and the success rate is kind of slim on it. But I am going to attempt it and do it live for you for over a whole 5-day period. Possibly starting next week. I'll see how the end of this week goes first. But starting the live Tradenet demo challenge as well to see, to break it down for you as well. To see how successful we get on with it. But I'm going to be doing it kind of open book for you guys as well, that you can see. If you are interested in taking the Tradenet Demo Challenge, there is a link in the description below. Go check it out as well. It's absolutely free. Any questions, shoot them in the chat. Other than that, let's break it down. Okay, let's jump straight into it. Sorry, it's kind of freezing on me. Boom. Okay, so the ticker we were trading today is RWLK. So RWLK as well, low flow, it had news. Now, I started late this morning. I had a lot of stuff to do. So we're only kind of back at it. So I kind of started late. I was seeing it popped up nicely. It was holding some of its gains. I jumped in here first position pre-market. Now, if you all follow me a while, you know I don't trade pre-market. It's one of my rules. Because every time I do, I mess it up. So I jumped in pre-market because as well it was holding the EMAs on my 5-minute. This is a 2-minute chart we're looking at here. But on my 5-minute it was holding the EMAs nicely. It was just coming down to touch the 9. On this one we were holding the 9 and the 20 when I did take the position. And I jumped in here about the $4 mark, like 402, for a curl up. It didn't quite curl up, it pulled back. Now my stop on this one was 40 cents. Okay, so my stop was the break of the gap here. I'll just pull myself down. So yeah, my stop here was the break of this gap. So we gapped up this morning from about 340 to 360. Not a huge gap, but that was my stop there. So I was risking about 40 cents. Usually this is a lot more than I normally would risk. The only time I risk something like this is because it was pre-market. I risked a little bit more normally. I'd never have such large risk of 40 cents. It's quite big. But I did, as I said, 40 cents stop on it. So as it pulled back, it made a higher low. Sorry, I'll jump on this screen. It made a higher low, and then we started to get a trend line. So from here, we had a huge reversal. It was basically a red to green move here. Big push up. We actually broke highs here. Pre-market high break as well. And it pushed up all the way just under 460 a hit. Highs of 458. Now I sold into the push here on the second push. into the 450 because we were slightly getting rejected. We weren't holding above it like I'd like to see. We were getting big wicks. If we had held above it on the first push, I would have stayed in. So when it gave me the opportunity on the second candle here, pushed up and wasn't holding the 450, I decided to jump out of whole position. So it jumped out here, about 445 I got filled. Whole position. So great move. 45-cent push. You cannot go wrong with that in the first literally 2 minutes at open. Then I went off, had some stuff to do. Had to pick up the baby cat Maurice. So we have a cat, his name is Maurice. We had to pick him up. He was getting minded in a cattery. I don't know why I'm talking about that, kind of getting off subject. But so I went off for the afternoon, did a couple of pieces, came back. Now when I seen this pattern again, I seen it making a really nice kind of making a recovery pattern here. So we had big push up, it pulled back, it was holding its gains, it was holding nicely around the $4 mark. I'll just move this up a little bit, around the $4 mark, which I liked. We started to make a nice little trend line, so I got in off the trend line again at around the $4 mark here. You can see my entry here. So jumped in at the 4, we were trending, it broke down. Now my stop on this one was tighter. My stop on this, I was risking about 10 cents. So the reason why I was risking 10 cents is it was holding above 3.95 all day when it was holding above the support here. So I gave it to 3.90 in case you had a little bit of a pull through. So I was risking 10. And I was getting in on this recovery pattern here off a trend line for the recovery up to try test the highs of the day. So I jumped in, I had a pullback, it held 3.95. Again, boom, we started to recover up. Normally I sell on the first push of VWAP. On this one I didn't. Solely because I wasn't at the computer. So if I was at the computer, I potentially would have been selling into this push here. I wasn't. And when I came back, I seen it on the second push up just a couple of minutes later. And then I said, you know what? We're at the pushing up again through it. It doesn't show big signs of rejection. It's going to probably do a 3-phase breakout here. 1, 2, and here's the third. Usually, like I said in my other live videos, if I ever covered a 3-phase breakout, is that it will have, after the second touch, a big pullback for a retest and the breakthrough of the third phase. So broke through on a 3-phase breakout here as well. We broke through on a trend line drawn down on a long flag. That was the resistance area holding down. Once we pop through that 420 with volume, I start selling into this push here about 335 area, as you can see here. So again, from 4 to 335 and from about 4 to 445, 2 killer trades. Really simple. Wasn't any huge pullbacks. There was no kind of big stress in these trades. 2 sniper precision shots, and that was the trade. Now normally I would be holding on these ones for a recovery up and to test the highs and watch it break through. Now it possibly will still do so. If you're watching this live, keep an eye on RWLK going into the power hour. Watch this break new highs and push over the 450. Needs to hold over 450 to kind of give me some belief in it that it's going to go on. But I'm finishing early tonight. I'm tired. I was away for the week, and I wanted to just start. My week is starting Tuesday, but I wanted to start on a green no. So that's why I kind of took it as it up. I would normally hold up and let's see how we're pushing up and selling half, but I'm finishing early tonight, so I didn't want to stress. 2 really simple trades. I mean, I hate saying that there's no such thing as a simple trade, but sometimes they're just really nice and they work out really well. Other than that, guys, that is the video. I have a few questions from Travis. Thanks for the comments, Travis. I am back. I'm not dead. And thank you for the video quality. I hope it is a bit better. I did something with the internet, so I'm hoping it's a little bit better for you guys. Other than that, shout out to Bird and Tucker as normal. Appreciate the support. Other than that, guys, that is it for the video. Thank you for your support. If you have found this video helpful, please hit the like button. It will really help me out a lot. As well, if you are interested in taking that Tradenet Demo Challenge, there is a link in the description below. Or any reviews on my courses that I've done, there is a website prepared of all the top reviews I do recommend. Once again, guys, thank you so much for your support. Good night and God bless.